Their final arguments in the disqualification hearing for Fulton County District Attorney Fulton Willis.
And now the judge has a big decision to make on this. Atlanta News First anchor Carly Barnett has been listening in on everything. She's joining us now from the First Alert Breaking News Desk with more. Carly?
Well, Blair, Sean, we know the judge is not making his decision today. In just a matter of minutes, they have wrapped for the day, and Judge Scott McAfee said he was going to make his decision within the next 2 weeks. He said that he wants time to go back through everything and that he would not be making his determination today. This has been going on since around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so after about 3.5 hours of closing arguments, they are done for today. A quick recap here. It was defense attorneys for former President Trump and his co-defendants that went first this afternoon, and they argued that an appearance of even a conflict of interest would be enough to remove District Attorney Fulton Willis from the case. They cited financial matters. They cited personal matters, allegedly. However, the attorneys for Fulton Willis argue no, there would have to be an actual conflict of interest there, which they argue the defense did not prove, saying they had shaky witness testimony. So again, they have wrapped for the day, and Superior Court Judge Scott McAfee says that he wants time to sit on this decision, not anticipating a ruling here for at least another several days. He mentioned sometime within the next 2 weeks. But we will continue to stay on top of any developments as we learn them, both on air and online. Blair, Sean, back to you.
Carly, thank you. We're going to